Welcome to the Nature-Based Solutions Explorer, a powerful web-based tool that helps communities evaluate flood resilience projects. Whether you're applying for implementation funding or planning broader watershed improvements, the NBS Explorer provides the data and analysis you need to quantify the benefits of nature-based solutions. The NBS Explorer is built on RTI International's Watershed Flow and Allocation Model platform, which enables the on-demand hydrologic and water quality simulation of NBS implementations. Nature-based solutions use natural ecosystems, like high-quality natural lands, floodplains, wetlands, and rain gardens, to absorb floodwaters, enhance water quality, and buffer storm impacts. The NBS Explorer evaluates 5 main types of NBS: restoration, preservation, wetland migration corridors, agricultural conservation practices, and green infrastructure. Let's explore how NBS Explorer works using an application for the Louisiana Watershed Initiative. After logging in, you'll see Louisiana divided into 9 watershed regions. Within the map view, there are several tools on the top bar. You can search for a specific address to help navigate to your location. You can also toggle satellite data on and off and view reference layers. Click the Help button to view guidance. At any time, you can access the user guide, which includes a quick start guide, key terms and concepts, and instructions on how to create a new project, input project parameters, and view results. Once you're ready to begin setting up a project, simply click on your region of interest, then select a watershed. The tool uses a nested structure. Regions contain watersheds. Watersheds contain catchments. A catchment is the smallest area where your project will be located. Think of it as the neighborhood where any precipitation that falls drains to a single reach of a stream or river. Click on a catchment to define your project subwatershed. That's the entire upstream area that will be affected by your project. You also may notice existing project subwatersheds created by other users. When you create a subwatershed, it is available for everyone to use. You can create a project within a new subwatershed that you create, or within an existing project subwatershed. Not sure where to implement your project? The NBS Explorer includes opportunity maps that identify the best locations for each type of nature-based solution. These maps combine geographic suitability, expected benefits, and areas where solutions are most likely to succeed. Toggle different opportunity layers on and off to explore options for restoration, preservation, agricultural conservation practices, protection of wetland migration corridors, or green infrastructure in your watershed. Once you've selected your subwatershed, you'll be able to view and edit recent projects that you've created in the subwatershed or create a new project. If you're a new user or haven't worked in this subwatershed before, you won't see any projects in your recent project list. If you'd like to edit an existing project, click Start a New Run to create a new scenario within the existing project. Otherwise, click New Project to begin. Give your project a descriptive name, something you'll remember later. Next, choose a scenario. Current conditions represent the last 20 years, while future low and future high scenarios project climate and land development changes, against which you can test the resiliency of your nature-based solutions. Finally, select which nature-based solution practices you want to evaluate. You can choose multiple practices and apply them to one or more catchments in your subwatershed. The opportunity maps will highlight as you make your selections. When you're done setting up your project, click Create Project. Now comes the detailed setup. First, click Configure Catchments to select catchments on the map where you want to apply one or more nature-based solutions. Based on the practices you selected for the project on the previous screen, you can choose one or more to apply to a catchment. You'll configure project parameters one catchment at a time and will return to this screen each time you want to add nature-based solutions to a new catchment within your project subwatershed. After selecting a catchment, you'll specify key project parameters for each practice using drop-down menus, slider bars, or direct input fields, depending on the practice. The tool offers default values and hover over guidance to support clear, informed inputs. To help guide your parameter selection, land cover is shown on the map. You have the option to hide land cover and view satellite data. When you're done editing the project parameters for the catchment, click Save. To add additional practices to another catchment, click Configure More Catchments. Once your parameters are set, click Run to start the simulation. Give your run a descriptive name. You might want to compare different scenarios later. The model simulates 20 years of daily hydrology and water quality. A progress bar shows the status. This typically takes just a few minutes. The tool is running complex watershed modeling in the cloud, calculating how your project affects everything from peak flows to nutrient loading. Once your run is complete, as noted by the complete notification on the status bar or the listing of the run under the project name with the time since the run listed for date, results are displayed in two ways. First, on the map. Select a results category: hydrology, water quality, or climate. Then choose a specific metric. Catchments are color-coded to show changes from baseline conditions. Click on a catchment to see tabular results for that catchment. Here you see both the change from baseline and the actual metric values for your NBS scenario. Arrow icons quickly communicate the magnitude and direction of change. Triple arrows indicate major impacts, double arrows moderate, and single arrows minor changes. Green indicates beneficial changes like reduced peak flows or lower sediment loading. Toggle between tabs to view different categories of benefits. You'll see reductions in runoff and peak flows that decrease flood risk. Water quality metrics show decreases in pollutant loading. Aquatic habitat ratings indicate improvements for fish species. Social benefit metrics help you demonstrate that your project serves disadvantaged communities or meets specific funding criteria. These results give you the evidence you need for funding applications and community presentations. Want to test different approaches? Create multiple runs under the same project to compare scenarios. Maybe you want to see if a larger implementation area provides significantly more benefits, or compare different combinations of practices. When you're ready, export your results. The Print Results option creates a PDF report, perfect for stakeholder presentations or funding applications. You can also download the raw data files for further analysis. The NBS Explorer puts sophisticated watershed modeling in your hands. Visit waterfall.rti.org for more information. For Louisiana, NBS Explorer is helping communities build flood resilience through nature-based solutions, and you get more information at locddr.la.gov, where the resources section provides the full user guide, quick start guide, and technical documentation specific to the Louisiana application, including on the underlying waterfall model and opportunity mapping. Ready to explore the possibilities? Let's build a more resilient future together.